Hey, thanks for clicking. This is Matt. I'm down here in Sparta, Tennessee. Got a little wood shop, Red Roof Creations workshop. Today, the challenge is I have to make a very special cutting board for my nephew. He's getting married this weekend, and I want to do it based on the invitation. So check it out. The invitation is super cool, right? I want to take and integrate some of these design elements into the actual cutting board. So that's going to be a little different and a little challenging. So I wanted to take you with me on this little journey to make a very special cutting board for my nephew. Why? Well, because he's pretty cool. Okay, so that's how it looks right now. Everything is looking pretty good in my estimation. However, before I do the glue up, I am going to customize a couple pieces. So I want to do something with the middle piece and with the side pieces. And I'm going to do it before the glue up, so in case I make a mistake with the customization, I can just replace the piece in the middle or the pieces on the ends. I have the Purple Heart locked in the CNC, and we're going to carve out a pattern that I designed from those pictures from the invitation. So I ended up changing my mind and switching to their names versus the swords. And we're going to have the settings on Bobinga because Inventables doesn't have a setting for Purple Heart. And we've never done Purple Heart in this shop before. We usually stick to domestic hardwoods, so I put in a brand new bit. And of course, this is the first time, so of course this is our main piece. Would have been smart to use a practice piece, but that's not me. So here we go. We're going through with the rough cut, which is the 1/8 inch down cut, and then we'll go back through with the V-carve. I will take the dust boot off for the V-carve. Before I start the V-carve, I just wanted to check out and see how the down, it's in a Amana. It did a great job, I think. And then the V-carve, I'm doing a brand new V-groove bit. This is the one I usually use, but it's pretty dull, and I'm usually doing much bigger projects, so let's see how this one goes. Also, this board that we made, we did Purple Heart in the middle, and I said earlier that I'm using Purple Heart, and I don't typically use Purple Heart. That's because I use domestic hardwoods. This Purple Heart came from my brother, so that's my nephew's stepdad, my brother, and he sent this Purple Heart for a different project like 4 years ago, and it's leftover. So it's perfect for this. And you saw in the invitations that their invitations are actually purple, so having Purple Heart's awesome. On the outsides, we used the strips of hickory, and we put the swords on it. The swords were from the invitation, but the hickory is because my brother made swords for Aaron when he started doing live action role play, or no, historical sword fighting, something like that. But he had to have practice swords out of wood, and my brother made them out of hickory, which is the hardest hardwood in North America, but he couldn't get it in California, so I'm here in Tennessee and I was able to get it. So the hickory is actually leftover hickory from hickory I sent to my brother to make into swords for Aaron. So one more cool connection here on this cutting board for Aaron. So I think it's going to turn out awesome. Hopefully you like it as well. If you have a chance to hit the like button if you like it. And if you don't, be sure to leave a comment. Tell me what you liked about it. Tell me what you didn't like about it. And we'll go from there. Thanks, folks. All right. So I brought the cutting board up here last night and did an epoxy pour. The epoxy started to bubble up in the cup after we poured it, so I was really worried how it came out, but it looks like it's going to work. It's hard as a rock, and it's all in there. So now we're going to take this back out to the workshop and plane it down, cut it up, not cut it up, but trim and see if we can finish this thing. Back 6 years ago when we were out in California celebrating my mom's 80th birthday, Aaron was one of the people who was most receptive to me starting a woodworking business. And that's what I did in 2020. So here we are 6 years later in 2025. It's pretty cool I can make this cutting board for him. And also cool, recently I was up at my mom's house and she pulled out a cutting board that I've known my whole life from being around the house, and I just found out that her uncle made it and gave it to her for her wedding, which was back in 1959. So it's pretty cool that now here we are all these years later and I can make a cutting board for my nephew. So super cool. Hope you like it. As of this recording, we're not a sponsored video channel, so we do sponsor somebody else though, and I just wanted to tell you about it. And that's Clothes for Joe's. They're near and dear to my heart because I helped start Clothes for Joe's back in 2015. They are a 501c3 up in Northeast Indiana, and they help veterans. So go to their website, check it out. There's an about page. There's a ways. There's a ways. Did I really say a ways? There are ways that you can donate. You can click on things and find out how to volunteer. You can shop and buy things. But Clothes for Joe is just a grassroots organization that you can look at to help support veterans. And everyone who works there is a volunteer, so your dollars are going to be well spent or well used, all those great things. Thank you so much for watching our video today. Really appreciate it. Hope to see you in the next one.